and of course for rally, and can be taken to trials also. So this is kind of a like all-in-one bike. Getting harder to push more than like 110 kilometers per hour, but not an issue. This is still a great tourer. Hi, hello, REVSOUL here. Welcome you all guys to a new video. Today I just brought the off-roading beast under 300cc category. Yes guys, today we have the all-new Hero Xpulse 210 with me guys. So without losing any time, let's just jump onto the video. Like as always, let's just start with the paint scheme. Right now the bike has got a blue and a white color paint combination with some kind of a red stickering with the Hero labeling and all. But this blue color paint combination completely suits this kind of a track oriented, I mean the off-road track oriented motorcycle. I absolutely love this kind of blue suiting this bike. Let's just continue from the front. From the front we have got the similar headlight design as that of the old Hero Xpulse 200 with the edge-shaped DRL, somewhat edge-shaped DRL, which completely suits this kind of an off-roading beast. And we also get the LED headlights which have a decent light throw in the night time, and these are also provided with three LED indicators like as we seen in the last time in the Hero Extreme 250R. Let me just turn on the indicators. Oh, I just turned on the bike. Okay, these are the beautiful LED indicators. We can also find some kind of fogging inside because last 3 days I was been riding this bike in the rain. No issues. After having some kind of sunlight, that can be completely faded off. Anyway, now let's see the tail section. In the rear side we get a LED, beautiful LED tail lights guys. We can also see the representation of H letter in the tail lights also. The rear side view is also amazing for this kind of a beautiful bike, especially because of the all new tank and the new exhaust system. Let's get back to the front again because we got a 210mm long travel suspension, which is a 41mm telescopic suspension. This suspension is set on, of course, on a softer side so that we get a proper comfortable ride in the off-road and of course the roads too. And looking in the rear side we get a gas charge 10-stage preload adjustable monoshock suspension, which is also a link type suspension so that we get a proper comfort on the lower speeds and of course get a much more better stiffer in the high speed, providing that much confidence in the high speeds. I absolutely love this kind of a linkage type of suspension in this all new Hero Xpulse 210. Now let's talk about the seats of the all new Hero Xpulse 210. Look in the seats, the rider seats are much longer and much more wider too, providing that much comfort because of the all new introduced softer sponges to these seats. Comparing to the rider seats, the pillion seats are much more stiffer, but there's no drop in comfort and all. We can completely use this bike for touring because of the softer suspension and this all new seating for this Hero Xpulse 210. Let's just climb onto the bike and feel the seat height of this bike. The seat height of this bike is like 830mm. Because of this increased 830mm seat height, I thought I won't be able to reach completely on the ground, but because of this narrow tank, it helped me to reach completely. I have a planted foot on the ground, and just beneath the meter console we have a USB Type A for charging our phones or other devices while on the ride. And looking at the handlebar switches, these switches are similar to the Hero Extreme 250R with the light functions integrated in a single switch. These switches are completely foam toggle here on the meter console. The indicators, the horn, right side we get the ignition and a hazard switch, but the SOS button is missing because we did have a SOS button in the Hero Extreme 250R. And these are the keys to the all new Hero Xpulse 210. These keys are similar to the last ridden Hero Extreme 250R. Let me just turn on the meter console. Hero Xpulse, make new tracks. Okay, that can be completed. Looking at the meter console, we have a 4.1-inch colorful TFT meter console with warnings in the side, the heat position and the heat sensing in the left side, the tachometer, the fuel indication, the speedometer, gear position indicator, the road, that is the ride, I mean the ABS mode right now we are on. Just hold on to this button so that we can access the menu. In the bike, just go to trip 1, trip 2, ABS mode, and we can access the ABS mode. There are 3 ABS mode. Road, where we can completely use the front and rear ABS. In the trial mode, front ABS will be available, but the rear ABS will be shut down. And in the off-road mode, completely ABS will be shut down so that we can have an extreme fun on this bike. And below we have the battery details and all. And again, coming back, the display, the appearance, brightness, everything can be changed. The connectivity, of course, this is a Bluetooth compatible. We can access music, navigation, call alert on the ride, guys. And I think that's enough to know about the meter console. And we also have a odometer right below the speedometer. It's have been ridden 1794. I think this 94 has been clocked by me. Now let's see the major thing contributing to the engineering of this all new Hero Xpulse 210, the engine. Right now we have got this similar engine as that of the Hero XMR 210, but there is some kind of tuning difference because of the all new increased teeth in the rear side. Right now we get, I think it's a 46 teeth in the rear side, so that we get a proper initial punch in the lowdowns and all. And talking about the engine is a 210cc single cylinder liquid cooled engine. This is a beautiful engine. I absolutely love this kind of engine to this all new Hero Xpulse 210. And talking about the engine power output, this beautiful engine can produce like 24.6 PS power and 20.7 Newton meters of torque. These power figures are enough and more for this kind of a beautiful off-roading bike. I completely enjoy it. As you guys can see, these tile marks are just made by this all new Hero Xpulse 210. Now let's continue with the brakes. Right now the Hero Xpulse 210 has brought a 276mm pedal type disc for this all new Hero Xpulse 210 with the Nissan calipers in the front side. These are actually mounted calipers so that we get a progressive kind of braking for this Hero Xpulse 210. But the ABS mode can be completely changed according to our preferences, so we can have a sharper braking in the front side. And in the rear side we get a 220mm disc rotors again with the Nissan calipers with the single piston calipers. I absolutely love the rear brakes too in this kind of an off-roading bike. In the complete off-roading mode we can completely turn off the dual ABS. I mean the front ABS and the rear ABS can be completely shut down and use this braking for like tire locking scenes. Completely enjoy this bike in this kind of area, guys. Now let's talk about the tires for this all new Hero Xpulse 210. We get a TVS Euro grip tires in the front and the rear side with the 90 section tires in the front side and a 120 section tires in the rear side. These tires are impressive both in the off-roads and the road too, because as you guys can see, these tire marks are just brought by these all new TVS Euro grip tires. And we also get a 21-inch spoke wheels in the front side and an 18-inch spoke wheels in the rear side. Major drawback for this Hero Xpulse 210 is that instead for tubeless tires, Hero has went for tube tires, which is one of the major drawbacks seen in this bike. If the tubeless tires was having for this bike, it would be a much better combination. And talking about the ground clearance, we have a 220mm ground clearance. This ground clearance is enough and more for this Hero Xpulse 210. You can also see the bent pipe going beneath the engine with an abrupt exhaust with a beautiful sound. And before going for a short ride, let's just hear the exhaust note also. This is the best exhaust sound from Hero yet. Yeah, now let's go for a short ride on this all new Hero Xpulse 210. It's much difficult to ride in this kind of a heavy sand area. Okay, we can't stand and ride in this kind of an area because of this huge sand. Okay, I finally rowing for so much time, finally reached hard grounds. Oh my god, such a vibe. Okay guys, after finally enjoying on the off-roads, finally we have reached the highway. So let's just see how the all new Xpulse 210 performs on the highways. Let me just check the tractability first. Right now we are going on 6th gear at 40 kilometers per hour. Oh my god, there's not even a single knocking even at these low speeds. 6th gear at 35 kilometers per hour in an inclination, there is no knocking and all. The torque, I mean the low end torque is much more better than the older Xpulse. We can completely feel it. Now let's see how much the Xpulse 210 can go. Yeah, after 110 kilometers per hour, the engine gets saturated, and the other speeds like 111 to 120 are more like climbing speeds. because since we do have a heavy wind blast, that bike is getting harder to push more than like 110 kilometers per hour. But not an issue. This is still a great tourer with those all accessories built into it. These stock visors perfectly works because last week I rode the Hero Extreme 250R, which had the huge wind blast even at like 110 kilometers per hour, and so these visors have been doing very well at those speeds, preventing that huge wind blast. And talking about the clutch, we do have a slipper clutch system into it, so the clutch also feels much more lighter than the older Xpulse. And guys, talking about the brakes, these brakes, the front brakes are not that sharper like the Extreme 250 are in this road mode, but that can be, the sharpness of these front brakes can be increased to much higher level while switching the ABS mode to trial mode. Let me just turn it to the trial mode right on the right. No, I think we can't change it on the right. Okay, let me just stop the bike and change it to trial mode so that we can have a proper braking bite. Just hold the buttons, go into menu, ABS mode, yeah, trial. It could be much more accessible if we could change the ABS mode on the ride. Oh my god, beautiful exhaust. Yeah, we can directly compare the brakes on the trial mode and the road mode. There's a bit of an increase of the sharpness in the front brakes. I can definitely feel it in the front brakes, and the rear brakes also ABS will be cut off in the trial mode. So only the dual channel ABS will be only available in the road mode and not in the trial mode, and complete ABS can be shut down in the off-road mode. But right now we don't need the off-road mode. Don't need to take any risk locking the front brakes. Such a vibe, guys, these new exhausts gives us. This bike can completely used for touring because we do get a proper comfortable seats. The suspensions are on the maximum softer side with a 210 travel in the front and a 205 travel in the rear side. The linkage suspension works perfectly. In lower speeds, linkage suspension works much more softer, and in high speeds it acts much more like a harder suspension, more stiffer suspension, providing that confidence too. And don't need to worry about hard downshifting since we do have the slipper clutch. The rev matching is so crazy, guys, in this bike because of the all new exhaust. Such a mood riding this bike. And guys, there's no issue in the heating side and all of this bike because of the all new introduced liquid cooling technology. The bike handles the heat much more better than the older Xpulse 200. And the seat height also, since we have a narrow tank in the front side, the 830mm seat height is not an issue for a 5'8" rider like me. I completely have a planted foot. I thought the 830mm would be much more harder for me to have a planted foot. No guys, this seat works perfectly fine for me. And guys, talking about the price, because the all new Hero Xpulse 210 comes at 2,29,000 rupees on road Kerala Trivandrum. For this pricing, the Xpulse have got the needed features for touring, for off-road purposes, and of course for rally, and can be taken to trials also. So this is kind of a like all-in-one bike. stability is losing at like 120 kilometers per hour. But since we are on the trial mode, the trial ABS mode, the braking is also on a better level. No issues with the direction changes and all. The bikes handle so much well. I think we have an opening somewhere here. Yes, right here. No issues with the ground clearance and all. Okay guys, that's all for the all new Hero Xpulse video. I think I have shown you much of the details of this beautiful bike, and we'll catch up in the next video soon. Until then, bye bye.